This is your news source evening bulletin for today, Thursday, the 15th day of March in the year 2018. Here's what we're tracking this evening. 3 suspected bandits believed to be drunkards were shot dead this afternoon along the Seawalls Road behind the GNS ground. Persons working nearby said they heard multiple gunshots, and when the gunshots ended, the bodies of the 3 men were sprawled on the roadway with police ranks nearby. In a statement, the Ghana police force confirmed that the 3 men were shot dead by undercover police ranks during a shootout on the seawalls. The bandits were trailing a bank customer, according to the police. In the statement, the police said that around 10:30 this morning, based on information it received, a motorcar with 2 suspicious-looking characters were spotted in the vicinity of the bank on Robb Street. Ranks of an anti-crime patrol in an unmarked vehicle were alerted, and they followed the vehicle, which was observed following a customer who had exited the same bank and was in a motorcar. The observation continued and culminated at the Kingston Seawall, where the customer had by this time parked his motorcar. According to the police, the 2 suspicious-looking characters in the motorcar drove up to the customer's vehicle and exited, one brandishing a small arm at the customer. At the same time, the police anti-crime patrol, which by now was in close proximity, called out to the suspicious-looking men, but one who was armed discharged several rounds at the police, who returned fire. The police statement said that the initial exchange resulted in the demise of 2 persons later identified as Dextroy Cordis, also known as Dutty of Grove East Bank Demerara, and Kwame Asana, also of Buxton. Seconds after the initial exchange of gunfire, the police said 2 other men were observed on a CG motorcycle in close proximity to the motorcar of the dead suspects. One of the 2 men on the motorcycle discharged several rounds at the police, who again returned fire, which resulted in a 3rd person identified as Errol Adams, also known as Dynamite, a known character from the Eskimo coast, being shot dead. His accomplice sped away on a motorcycle. The police said investigators later found a 9mm pistol along with a magazine containing 7 live rounds, and 4 spent shells were also found next to the body of Dextroy Cordis. The 2 other men, Kwame Asana and Errol Adams, were previously arrested in connection with several offenses, and Dextroy Cordis was previously granted bail on a simple larceny charge. A search of the motorcar revealed 10 passports belonging to one of the dead men and his family members, a key which is usually used by trunkers, 2 handcuff keys along with a bandana and clothing. After more than 2 hours of combing the crime scene, the bodies of the men were taken away. A black Toyota IS motorcar bearing registration number PTT 9034 was also searched and eventually removed from the scene by the police. 2 women who rushed down to the scene after seeing reports online about the shooting incident broke down in screams as they identified one of the dead men as a relative. The investigations are ongoing this evening. Drama unfolded in the High Court today as a young mother was found guilty of killing her 2 children by feeding them rat poison. The 25-year-old woman, Awina Rutherford, collapsed as a jury returned a guilty verdict on 2 counts of manslaughter. When the verdict was read out, Rutherford fell backwards, hitting her head against the docks. Court officers, along with 2 other relatives, spent close to 25 minutes reviving the woman as the paramedics were summoned. She eventually regained consciousness and was led out of the court in the company of the police, prison officials, and the medical personnel. It was back in March of 2014 when Rutherford instructed her 2 young children, ages 4 and 1, to ingest the rat poison tablets. The 2 children were rushed to the hospital but died while receiving treatment. One witness who testified during the trial recalled that the woman left the house and later returned with the tablets and instructed the children to drink it for cold medication. One witness who testified during the trial recalled that the woman left the house and later returned with the tablets and instructed the children to drink them. The witness said the young girl was later seen vomiting as the brother fought off drinking the tablets before he was eventually forced to by the mother. Both children fell ill moments later and were taken to the hospital. A police investigation revealed that they had both been poisoned, and the young mother, who maintained her innocence, was arrested and charged. She will be sentenced soon. Turning now to municipal politics, with overwhelming support from her fellow councillors, Patricia Chase Green was today re-elected for the 3rd consecutive year to serve as mayor of the city of Georgetown. She was re-elected unopposed to the post. But the upset of this afternoon's city council elections came when serving Deputy Mayor Lionel Jaikaran failed to even secure a nomination for the post. Youth prevailed and Jaikaran will be replaced by his fellow coalition councillor Akeem Peter, who will serve alongside Chase Green as Deputy Mayor for the next year, beginning on April 1. Through a vote by a show of hands, both Chase Green and Peter were unopposed for the election and were declared mayor and deputy mayor respectively by unanimous consent. The new deputy mayor spoke briefly to the media just after his election and not only congratulated the mayor but said he intends to work along with her to be her eyes and ears over the next year.
City Hall has caught itself in a place where it's not favorable and it's not a favorable entity to even work at. That's one of the things for the first half of the year of my tenure that we're going to be working assiduously to correct the image of the organization. And I do believe that the councillors will now seek to fix that, starting in their individual constituencies, and then when they come to City Hall, we all have a focus of working together and achieving the united goal, which is a better Dorsham for all citizens and Guyanese.
Mr. Jai Kiran, who is a member of the AFC, told the media that the AFC has been kicked to the curb in the City Council, a reasoning that the new deputy mayor refuted. He said the APNU Majority Council has expressed confidence in his ability to serve at the new level. And finally this evening, let's tell you that several minibus operators took their buses to the Square of the Revolution this morning as part of a protest against the Guyana Police Force and its crackdown on those buses with colorful wraps around them. The Police Traffic Department has revoked the road license for a number of the buses, warning the drivers that the license will remain on hold until they follow regulations in keeping with the color of their buses. The police force has explained to the traffic chief that the issue is not with the color or design of the buses, but it's the fact that the designs were not painted on the buses but rather they were wrapped around them, and many of the drivers have a different color on their road and registration license. But at the Square of the Revolution today, the protesting drivers said even when their buses have the fancy designs sprayed on, they are being harassed by the police.
But when the bus registered, they're going for fitness. It was given by a certifying officer. Same person that give you the road service that knows everything about the law, still give you a fitness. Now, it's not one or two buses, it's hundreds or thousands of buses in this design. They didn't know that all the time.
The president talking about your billing and whatever. When you take away these the people who do these things, the art and craft, people who doing these things, you're taking these people out of bread too. Because these people got children just like me, just like you, just like...
The drivers insist that they are not breaking any known laws or regulations, although many of them were shy to say whether their insurance and vehicle license carried all the colors that they are adding to their rides with the wraps. And that's your evening news bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting.